G'day everyone, sound demo for the Rullywow Eaglet. It's based on the Earthquaker Devices talons, and as I said in the build report, it's as good as it looks. I don't want to talk too much in the intro of this one. I just want to get straight into playing it and demonstrating how awesome that tone control is. So just to go over once more: volume, presence, gain, bass, mid, treble. Just in case you can't see my labels under there, I've got V, P, G, B, B, M, T. In case you can't see that, that's what they are. Really good tone control, as you'll hopefully see in the sound demo, which we'll do now. I'm actually going to talk a little bit now about what we just listened to, because I think it's important to actually understand the schematic. I should have probably done this first the other way around, but either way, hopefully you'll get something out of this. So this is actually the schematic. Looking at the schematic, it is just it's just a basic dual op amp, a non-inverting op amp gain stage on the input, and then the other op amp inside the chip is for tone control. And I actually said it's just the reason why I wanted to talk about it is because it just sort of sparked something in my mind. Back when I did the Blue Clipper, my Whipper Clipper videos, I said that you'd be surprised at how good this actually sounds. Just a simple non-inverting op amp, nothing fancy. You know, plain vanilla, sounds great if you get the tone right. So someone's had the brains with this circuit at Earthquaker Devices, which make a lot of awesome pedals, to make a simple non-inverting op amp on the input, and then give the user lots of control over the over the tone shaping on the output, and it's a very good circuit. It's a very good recipe combination with the two together. So it's just those diode clippers. They're just feedback clippers on the non-inverting op amp. You can have a look at that if you want on the schematic, just to see what I'm talking about. Even if you don't know anything about electronics, just have a look at it and see what's going on. You'll also see there's a presence potentiometer. I think it was 5K, in line with the tone with the tone stage of the circuit. So if you again, if you're new to electronics, on one side you'll see there's the two diodes. You'll see the LEDs. That's the gain stage. On the other side you'll see potentiometers that are labeled bass, treble, and mid. They are obviously for your tone. You'll see in the middle there's a potentiometer for presence, and you can get the schematic on, I should say, on Rullywow's website. Just download the build doc, and it's in the build doc. Just scroll down, you'll see it, and what I'm talking about. So the presence control is 5K, and it is just gonna sort of weaken your guitar signal into the tone stage of the circuit. I don't know if presence is the right word for it, though. It's not really presence as such. I didn't think. Very big volume drop, as you'd expect, weakening your guitar, weakening your signal coming out of the gain stage into the tone control, into the tones portion of the circuit. If you weaken that signal going in, you're going to get a volume drop as well. I just sort of, I don't know, just kind of a bit of a, I noticed a little bit of the top end sort of coming off the top, and you'd expect a treble drop definitely with that sort of a setup, but you know, like, I don't know, when I think of presence, I think of like reducing the sizzle off the top, and I don't know if it's just my setup, but I didn't really get that from this. But anyway, so I just want to talk about those sorts of those things, because it's a good idea, and I should have done this before I actually shot the sound demo, to understand the circuit that you're looking at before you. I find I understand what's going on more on the front of a pedal if I know what's going on the inside of the pedal first, before I start mucking around with the dials. Don't turn it on, take it apart, as my fellow Aussie electronics guy would say. Just look at what you're actually dealing with, because it just makes more sense when you're actually playing with the controls. Like I'm turning this as a presence knob, and I'm noticing a significant volume drop. I'm like, how this doesn't sound to me like a presence control. It's not just taking off the sizzle. It's really dampening the signal as well. And lo and behold, you look at the schematic. Aha! It's a potentiometer in line. With, you know, adding resistance in line, that's the sort of effect you're going to have. So anyway, yeah, I wanted to talk about that, even though I know it's extending onto the sound demo. I hope that doesn't tick too many people off, but I think it's important to know these sorts of things. So I hope you like that. Really recommend the effect. Sounds great if you're after they call it a high gain overdrive. Rullywow mentions the word crunch. I'd definitely say both of those describe it quite well. If you're after something, it's got a bit of a crunchy sort of sound, and that crunch doesn't sort of go even when you play. Oh, you can kind of dampen it. Actually, I tell you what, with that tone control, the versatility of that tone control, I can almost make that signal sound whatever the hell I want. It sounds really good. So anyway, it's one that this is definitely a PCB I recommend. If you're after that sort of sound effect, I hope it came through well on the amp. It's you know, it was impressing me anyway from sitting in front of the amp. Hopefully it comes through the video much the same. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more of this stuff because it's lots of fun, is it not? Cheers.